Hey, this is Comic Ken, and don't feel bad if your art style is weird or you feel like your art style isn't there yet. Because a lot of the most interesting art styles that I see online are weird. Like, they're not manga style. They're not easily categorizable in any box you put it in. It's just this sort of weird storytelling style that is its own thing. And I like those styles the most because they promise something interesting in the story just on the surface of their art style. So in this video, we'll track my path to the art style I'm currently on right now and why it's not the final step in my style, and all the sources of inspiration that I looked at to arrive at where I'm at now. And hint, hint, I didn't get it from only looking at manga. So yeah, let's dive right in. For me, I never felt really settled with my own art style. I know that it came from watching media that deeply affected me as a child and wanting to draw the characters and draw the same things that gave me those emotions, and wanting to impart those emotions on other people with my own lines and with my own colors and shapes that I was arranging on the page. And because manga and anime were like my first major influences in my artistic style, that's how a lot of the shapes arranged themselves to begin with. I learned most of my early style from this book called How to Draw More Manga by Katie Coop. And as you can see, I used it to its fullest and drew every drawing in the book to try to learn anime style, learn manga style, because I thought this was the truth. I thought this was the answer. And at the time, I was watching shows like Mayor or Hikaru no Go or Ice Shield 21, and I was just like, man, this stuff is cool. But I didn't know I was copying a whole bunch of like inaccuracies and inconsistencies. Like, I just thought this is how eyes are supposed to look, but I didn't care at all about how eyes really looked on actual people. I was just like, oh yeah, this is what anime style is all about, so I'm just gonna copy this. And yeah, that's basically how my style started, and it was really anime-ish for a long time starting out. And I was happy with it, but I wasn't satisfied. I was just like, okay, I know there's something more. There's something out there that I'm not getting just from drawing anime style. And I was just like, you know what? I already figured it out. I had so many drawings that with my earlier OCs that I was just like, okay, I think I've kind of got this style down. Let me try something different. Let me take inspiration from another place to see like where I can really take things and what I can do with my style. And that's how I came up with Air Rider, the style that I use in Air Rider, where the people reading it couldn't tell whether it was really like anime style based or cartoon based or comic style based. So people who liked anime thought this looked like a cartoon or like a regular comic book, and then people who like comic books like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man said it was really anime inspired. Like, it looked heavily like an anime. And I couldn't really fit in anywhere in terms of style because I was really just trying hard to break away from the anime style in general and craft my own thing that people could get into just based on it being sort of different and unique. I would use like little stylistic quirks like the mouth from like Codename Kids Next Door, and just try out different things with my art to make people interested in it. And so that was what Air Rider was based on. It was this grabbing after like a bag of different styles, and some of the things that I was looking at the time were in things like Frank Miller's Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, I would just flip through this. This was really inspiring at the time that I read it. I was just like, wow. I didn't know comics could be like this, because I'd read so many manga before, and just recently started getting into Spider-Man, and I was just like, okay, everybody says The Dark Knight Returns is this amazing comic. Let me check it out. And I read it, and I was just instantly hooked. I was just like, whoa. I didn't know stuff could be done like that. That's just a different kind of art. And over the years, I just flipped through different pieces of work. I didn't really read everything that I flipped through. Some things just had like an interesting style to them that I was like, this is nothing like manga or anime, and really nothing like most comics that I see in America. It's just really different, really interesting. It's colored in a different way, just has its own unique style. I would look at the work of Enki Bilal, and I hope I'm saying that right, and I'd be like, dang, these European creators just do something completely different with art. This was probably sometime after I got into Mobius and his stuff. I was just like, man, who else is doing like crazy stuff like this? And so I would find books like this and just buy them. And I'd also see like really beautiful books like this, like Echo. I've never actually read it, and actually I can't read it because it's all in German, I think. But the artists, I've seen them online, and usually it's through like cheesecake pictures, but this has such a level of craftsmanship to it that the online stuff is so like it doesn't show you like this is what he's capable of doing in the book. Like, it's so amazing to see this on the page, and it just has a completely different design philosophy to manga, a different design philosophy to American comics, that I was just like, I have to study from whatever they're doing and make something cool out of it. And so now, after years of looking through amazing artists like that and just wondering like, okay, well, what can I do? Like, how can I even attempt to reach their level somewhat? Making a webcomic called Saintly, and it's still a work in progress, you know what I mean, in terms of my art style, trying to get to that point where I can draw like those other creators. I want to be able to hit that level, but it's like I'd have to slow down my production to even get to a point where I can reach that level. Like, I'd have to slow down, take my time with the art, and put out something like really amazing. But that doesn't fly in the webcomics situation that I'm in right now. I have to go at maximum speed at all times, draw all day and all night, and make sure that I get my stuff out there. But it's the current evolution of my style, and eventually you'll see how I incorporate all the weird stuff that I read in European comics and American comics, all the stuff that isn't manga style. Because while Saintly is more manga style based, that's only really by necessity. Like, the style of Saintly was chosen because it expresses what Saintly is, rather than I just settled on making it in a manga style. Like, the manga style is just a backdrop for how the story is going to be conveyed. So I'm giving it room to do weirder, crazier stuff going forward in the future, and I can't wait to get to those parts so that I can show you what other stuff I have in mind. So yeah, that's basically it. If you're drawing in a weird style and you feel like you're not there yet, don't worry about it, because I don't feel like I'm there yet either. And you're really just developing along a different line than most other artists. A lot of other artists will get a style down, copy it to a T, and they'll stop there. But if you feel like you have a weird style and you're still developing it, once it concentrates into what it'll eventually be, you'll be doing stuff that nobody else is even conceiving, nobody else is even thinking about, because you were on this different track the whole time and slowly deviating from what everybody else is doing until you made something that's completely your own and that nobody else can copy, not even AI. So that is the path that I'm on, the path that I'm trying to go down. And I'm starting to express it in some of the later chapters of Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop demon hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.